The reason that we care about Jewish ministry is because it matters to God. And if it matters to God, it should matter to us.
I think about what the scriptures say explicitly about the Jewish people and about ministering to them.
And how do we know that it matters to God? Well, because the Old Testament is filled with the story of the Jewish people, and starting with God's promise to Abraham that he's going to bless the world through his offspring. I mean, the Jewish people have blessed the world in many ways, but it's the spiritual blessing that matters the most to us.
In Romans chapter 1, verse 16, Paul says that he's not ashamed of the gospel because it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. And typically that's where you'll see the verse end. But the verse actually keeps going. There's no period there. It's a comma. And Paul concludes the verse by saying that it's to the Jew first and also to the Greek.
The Bible that we read was written by Jewish people. The gospel that we preach is about the Jewish Messiah. And God's blueprint for the church is given to us in Ephesians chapter 2, where Paul says that of the two, Jewish people and Gentiles, the nation and the nations, God is making one new man. So in order for God's church to be complete, we need to have Jewish believers and Gentile believers.
In other words, the Jewish people really do need to be a priority when it comes to the Great Commission. And I think that's the case not just for an organization like Life and Messiah, but that's the case for every believer who considers the Great Commission an important part of their faith calling.
So because it matters to God, because it's the blueprint for the church, the Jews and Gentiles are made one, and because God has made an everlasting covenant with the Jewish people, and he is going to fulfill his promises, then if it matters to God, it should matter to us.